All right, Joey. Let me hit you with a question to kick this episode off, the Monday brief.
I love questions.
Well, you're on the spot for this one, so I hope so, bro.
Let's do it.
When you look in the mirror, are you seeing the man that you used to be, or are you seeing the man that God's calling you to become, or becoming that man?
That's a good question. You like to put me on the spot, don't you?
I had to change the end of that because I already know part of this answer, in my opinion, the way I see you, but I want to hear your perspective of it.
I'd say 2 years ago, somewhere around 2 years ago, the answer obviously is not going to be what it is now. And honestly, some days I still see a mess. Who doesn't, right? But I realize that mess is a lie. And what comes to mind is one of the verses that I kind of pretty much memorized, but I still wrote it down because I'm not great at reciting Bible verses. But it's 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, anyone that is in Christ, the new creation has come. That resonates with me. The old is gone and the new is here.
I like that one a lot. And I will say, to give you some credit, man, I feel like there's no greater pressure than when someone asks you to pray in front of people or to recite a Bible verse. Like, it's there, you can do it, but it's like that's a lot of pressure when you're put on the spot to do that. So I don't blame you for writing these down. I do it too.
Dude, I have to. I have to.
Absolutely.
Unless it's John 3:16, then everybody knows that one. But
Yeah. Tim Tebow.
yeah.
That's such a powerful reminder, man. That verse, I love it. It's too often we can slip back into old mindset traps, old labels, old limiting self-belief, old negative self-talk, all those kind of things. And I think a lot of guys can relate to that because we just have so much pressure on ourselves to get it right. And when we don't, then we fall back and we slip up. So how has that played out for you now in your life, thinking about that verse?
Well, without doubt, it's been a process. I mean, the old me was, I'm unsure of my identity. I was always just hungry for approval. So I was whoever I needed to be, right? From everyone. I just felt like I was dragging a suitcase full of shame. We all have things that we've buried, right? Me no different. Things that I don't necessarily haven't put out in the light to very many people, but just lots of shame. But in Jesus, in Christ, I've learned I don't have to earn who I am, but I received it from God. He made me who I am. He had already had it written. He calls me chosen, forgiven. He's equipped me. And it's not because I crushed anything or did anything amazingly. Guess who did? God did.
That's so powerful, man, because too often we think it's a transactional thing where we have to do it the right way. We have to pray the right words. We have to do all these certain things to get that approval, and it's already there for us. And it's got to feel good when you finally get yourself to that point. And there's times too where we still have to remind ourselves that that's the way God sees us. So when you step into that, though, it feels like you're walking that path God has led for you. And we're talking about transformation. We're talking about getting to that point. It doesn't mean we've arrived. We never fully will, right? There's always going to be that next step. There's next thing. It's that process we have to commit to. And you have to believe in the process. You have to commit to it, keep showing up, even when it gets hard, even when it feels like it's impossible, even when things don't feel right. And for me too, I still trip up. I still get frustrated. I still listen to old negative self-talk. But now I know those negative thoughts and people's opinions, those used to matter so much to me. They still do. It still bothers me. There's certain things that get to me. There's a lot more of it that I don't allow inside of it. I don't allow it to get to my headspace because I know that those opinions, those voices, they're not the only truth. Those are not the voice that matters ultimately when you think about the way God sees us and the way that God labels us and loves us.
Because you're honest, right? People's opinions do still matter. It's easy to say, I don't care what anybody thinks. Let's be honest. We all care what certain people think, but we don't let those define us, right? We don't let them tell us who we are. It's human nature to still let them have a little bit of an impact on you, but we know better. And here's the thing, Paul. We've got guys and gals listening right now that are digging up stuff that God's already buried. God has already forgiven them for, yet they can't forget the past. And I've been there. Shame, guilt, comparison. He's nailed all that to the cross, guys. Every bit of it. And why are we out here trying to resurrect what he's already put in the grave? It's a question to think about.
That's a deep one. That's a really good one. And if God's already taken that away from us, he's already forgiven us for that, then why would we and who are we to think that we have to argue with that point?
We're stupid because we do argue it, but we know better, and we still all do it. He's building something new, and it's not just for me or for you individually, but it's for our legacy. And it's not about us, like you said. but it is about the people we're called to impact.
Absolutely, man. So let's take the next step, next segment. Let's talk max effort mindset.
Here's the dare for the week, fellas. Pick one area, your marriage, fatherhood, fitness, faith, work, but only pick one and just ask yourself, what would max effort, giving it all you got, look like in that area?
Then go do it. Not halfway, not when life feels easy, not when all the perfect things are in place and the external factors are all good and you got good sleep and everything's rolling for you, myself included. If I don't get more than 5 hours of sleep, I feel like I can't wake up early and work out. Amber, yes, I'm giving you credit for that point. So anyways, but fully commit to it all the way with max effort, especially when it's inconvenient and especially when no one's around to give you applause, encouragement, or approval.
What you're doing when you're in the dark, when people aren't seeing you. Those collapse, they're not real, right? They're not going to keep you going. It's what you can do without any approval, without any hoorays. And max effort's not about being the best, but it is about giving your best. It's discipline over hype. It's showing up, like Paul said, when you'd rather sleep in. Still a somewhat of a battle for me, but I'm working on it. And it's leading when no one sees you.
Well said, man. And look, your value doesn't come from your output. It doesn't come from any kind of performance metrics. It comes from your identity. It comes from who you truly are and who you're becoming in the light of God, that new creation that He's called you to be. So act like it, lead like it, and live like it.
And that's it. So this week, stop looking back, folks. Stop playing small. The old you, it's gone. The new you, you've got work to do. So get at it.
Stop playing small. If there's a good book from a good dude we met, play a bigger game. Shout out Marcus. Hey, listen, guys, we believe in you. Now go after it with a full heart, max effort, no turning back, and decide and make that choice today to step into that version of yourself that you're called to be.
Don't forget, you were forged to do this. Be blessed, y'all.
See you guys.